Hello and welcome to Meandmygolf TV. I'm Piers Ward. You've joined us on the apron, just sort of the green here at the second at the Asprey. Andy, it's go low.
It is, and it's the open, it's warm, the sun is shining. We're going to show you how to play a 20-yard chip off a tight lie. Let's take charge of your game.
Okay, so it's time for Go Low. This is where we answer questions on your game to help you go low.
Yes, make sure you get involved. Go to the Facebook, Instagram and the Twitter today and post your questions on today's topic. We'd love to be answering what you've got to say.
Absolutely. Now we've got a question from one of our loyal followers, Tate Netstad, and Tate has asked, how do we strike a golf ball off a tight lie and still get that control, that little bit of spin at the end of it? And Andy, this is a perfect place to do it. We're on the apron here, where they cut it a couple of mils shorter than they do the fairway, so it's really tight.
It is tight, this one is.
We've got a flag which is really close to the front there. Andy, what are you going to do?
Easy. And this is something we're going to see.
I'm building up for you, yeah?
This is something we're going to see. This obviously the Open starts tomorrow. We're going to see St Andrews. They're going to have burnt it out a little bit. It's going to be firm. You're going to see these players face with these tight lies. And with this piece, it's always the contact that people struggle with, don't they? Striking that contact. Now, if you do strike this, and you strike it well, and you've got the right loft, then you're going to get an element of spin. So the first thing is, if you still want spin, Tate, when you're doing this shot, first of all, you need to go high loft. In this case, it's not a bad thing because we need to get it up. Yeah. And the flag is tight, so I've got the 60 degree here that's going to give me the most spin. But also to think about this is really when it's on a tight lie, the great thing about it being tight is it's going to enable you to strike the bottom part of the face piece. Yeah. And when you can strike low on the face here, it gives you that sort of friction and enables you to get the ball spinning.
Absolutely.
So if you strike it correctly, like I say, with a bit of speed, we are going to get the spin. Now,
make sure those grooves are clean though.
Make sure those grooves are clean though, yeah. So this is how we would play it. Now, from here now, first of all, setup wise, we're going to make sure that the shaft, we don't particularly want to lean it too far forward and get that shaft leaning forward. We're going to get it pretty neutral here with the ball roughly in the center of the heels. Now from here, we're going to feel this shot really is played with what we call dead hands, Piers. Quite passive wrists. We're not going to get really active with the hands, but we're going to make a few swings here now, just really feeling the shaft is relatively neutral, that the hands are almost inactive. Now my pressure in the hands are very soft, but I'm just going to feel that they're very sort of passive and, like you said, they're not really doing much work here. That's going to help me deliver this nice shallow angle to the ball.
That's the key.
Okay, getting this nice shallow approach here, as you can see there. That's coming in nice and shallow. It's almost bouncing on the ground. Yeah. And then that's going to enable me to get the strike, which then really, it's left then to do its job.
Of course, and you can see, Andy, just do that a few more times, you'll notice that the shaft is pretty much pointing at Andy's middle of his body, his belly button area, throughout the whole technique. So if he were to use his wrists, that would change. So if he uses his wrists, that shaft breaks away from the body. The body, you can see, as Andy says, dead hands, when he's doing the dead hands one, it doesn't break away from the body. Another thing to be wary of here as well, not wary, just to allow into your shot selection, is that the golf ball is going to go lower because it's on a tighter lie. Yeah. So the ball will not get up the face as much, it won't launch off the face as much, so it will go on a lower trajectory as well. So Andy, you're up to the challenge.
I'm up to the challenge. So again here, practice swings. I always like to do the practice swings to the side and just brush and bruise that ground here. You can see, I really feel that the body does the work and the hands are just sort of taken along for the ride here. So
they're definitely a good idea.
Fairly shallow again here. Let's see what I can do.
It's good, well played off the top, and that ball is hardly running when it hits the ground. Nearly hold it, Andy. Yeah, and it's interesting, have a go with the other one as well. The bruising of the ground on the practice swing, that practice swing, really important. We did some work with Dave Peltz, I think it was last year now, and he would say that you make sure you have that practice swing and you get that interaction with the ground up to 5 times. And in those 5 times, or even on the first time you do it, you want to get that good interaction with the ground, make sure it's a good feel, as though it would be a shot. And that was definitely low, and that one's definitely got more spin on it.
That one, that was interesting on that one now. That was definitely a lower flight, but it grabbed and sort of stopped quickly. And that was just a better strike.
It's coming back, it's coming back, it's coming back, look at that. And you can see, because what happened on that one, it did go on that flatter trajectory, which means it's got more of the RPM still on the ball when it was originally hit. That makes sense. So if you strike it with 6,000 RPM, not saying that's what it is, strike it with 6,000 RPM, that backspin will wear off eventually, but if you can get the ball to hit the ground quickly, then that backspin, that ball has got more of that RPM on.
Yeah, a lot of people after this sort of one hop and stop sort of shot, they like seeing that shot.
This
is how you do it. Loft on a tight lie, this shallow angle with these dead hands, get that strike, you're going to see it land fairly quickly and then just grab.
Definitely. Got to be aware that the first bounce will be forward a lot though, and then it will grab. Not bad.
Great way.
Okay, so there you have it. That is how you chip off those tight lies. Hope you enjoyed that. Post your questions down below about Andy's technique. Anything else in the video that you want us to answer. And also, guys, if you haven't subscribed, I'm sure you have, but if you haven't subscribed, click down below. It allows you then to interact with us and ask us these questions.
Yes, definitely. And don't forget to check out Rick Shields, Pete Finch versus Meandmygolf, the open matches special. Check them out to see who comes out on top. And also check out meandmygolf.com in the corner here. We've got a brand new video series going live this Monday. Turn your slice into a draw. It's one not to be missed. Thanks for watching, guys.